Hello everyone, it's Felix and Lucian here, and in this video we're going to be talking about 3 rackets which we are going to be testing for Dunlop in a series of different challenges, which will be individual videos. It's the CX, the FX and the SX rackets from Dunlop. We're going to be putting them through their paces with a spin challenge, a speed challenge, a consistency challenge, and then me and Lucian are going to play 2 full sets with these rackets to see which ones we prefer or we think is our favourite. So we're going to give you a quick rundown of what each racket is good for, what we think will happen in the tests, and perhaps what racket off just the racket itself, what our favourite racket will be. So let's just go straight in. Let's go into with the CX. Just move these to the side for the moment. So the CX is all about control. We have a racket which is 16-19 and 18-20. So this is mainly going to be focusing on where you can place the ball. So I assume pretty good in the consistency test. I think in terms of how much you'll like this racket, you might like it because he comes to net quite a lot. And me as a baseline player, it might also suit my game a bit. But we'll have to test it out and see how it goes. Okay, so now we've taken a quick look at the racket. Do you think that you'll play well with it? Does it suit your game?
So personally, out of the 3 rackets that we have here, I think this will be my favourite. Seeing that it has a 9.5 control, and I love using the feel of the ball, like drop shots and volleys, getting into the net quite a lot. I feel like this will be my personal favourite out of the 3. What about you? Do you think this will be your favourite?
I think in terms of having a bit less power, that can work because I can generate quite a lot of power.
Yeah.
But obviously you have to see some of the other rackets have some very good features as well. So especially when it comes to further tests, we'll have to have a look at what the other rackets have to offer. Now let's move on to the next racket. It's the SX racket from Dunlop. Now this racket is all about spin. It's got spin boost grommets here at the top, which basically allow the strings to move more. So the ball, because the strings move, the ball gets more spin, and essentially you can probably make more balls into the court because of that, and suit someone like Rafa Nadal, who gets loads of spin from the baseline. I think this might suit my game perhaps the best because I'm quite a defensive baseline player, or aggressive baseline, just somewhere around the back. I think in terms of spin test, this will probably do the best. I think it's got a 100-inch head size as well, which is pretty big. In terms of your game, do you reckon you could adapt to try and use this racket?
I feel like I could, because I have a flat backhand but quite a spinny forehand, so I feel like this racket could suit me quite well. But I'm still going with the CX. I feel like the CX will suit me the best, and I feel like this will do the best in the spin test. So now let's go on to
see what the FX has to offer. So this is the last racket of the 3 we're going to be testing, and this is all about power. So obviously serve test. This should be the winner. I think something I like on this one is that you can kind of hit a ball like a winner from anywhere almost, and I think that's something I'm looking forward to testing. Because obviously that's something you want as a baseline player. Okay, now what this racket also has is a power boost groove. So this is this bit at the top. Basically the grommet structure. So these little pieces here allow for a larger sweet spot on the racket, which is obviously where most of the power will come from, and it also gives you a reasonable amount of spin. So I'm saying probably the SX number 1, FX number 2, CX number 3. I know that would be my first impressions on the spin, but I think all of these rackets are very good in their own way, so I'm quite interested to see how they'll do it individual tests, and then obviously when we play a match, which one will stand out, I think. So in summary, the next video will be a serve speed test, then a spin test, then a consistency test, and finally we will pick one of these rackets to play a set with and let you know how it feels. So if you don't want to miss out on those videos, make sure you subscribe and turn bell notifications on. Those will be in the coming weeks, so you don't want to miss them. And also if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
See ya.